Hey everyone! Today we're creating a postage stamp portrait of Kamala Harris using Procreate. Let's dive in. First, we need a neutral reference photo. No big smiles or open mouths here. We'll start with a rough sketch, focusing on the triangle formed by the nose and eyes. This triangle is crucial for capturing likeness. Don't worry about perfection. We're just laying down the basic features and proportions. For this piece, I'm using Molly's favorite brush. Link in the description if you want to try it. The key is to use a pressure-sensitive brush with sharp edges. For erasing, I'm using the same brush. Now let's fill in the main dark areas: hair, clothing, and facial features like eyebrows, eyes, and mouth. I always do this before detailed facial shading. It's like building the foundation of a house before adding the fancy bits. Here's where the magic happens: the engraving-style lines. I prefer ordered, parallel lines rather than chaotic scribbles. It's like combing your hair. Neat and tidy is the way to go. The spacing between lines is crucial. Too wide and it looks rough. Too close and it becomes a muddy mess. Finding the sweet spot takes practice, so don't get discouraged if it's not perfect at first. Now let's talk about line direction. It's like giving your portrait a hairdo. You want the lines to flow naturally. Around the eyes, we often break the pattern a bit. It's like adding a fancy swirl to your signature. It stands out but still fits in. As you can see, I'm not nailing it on the first try. If this were on paper, I'd be sketching these patterns lightly in pencil first. Digital art gives us the freedom to experiment more freely. Time to add some highlights. We're essentially creating a map of light and shadow on the face. It's like contouring in makeup. We're enhancing Kamala's natural features. We'll emphasize her cheekbones, eye area, and subtle lines around the mouth. The eyes are the star of our show. Instead of thick lines, I'm adding solid black around the eyes and using the eraser for inverse shading. It's like giving Kamala intense eyeliner. It really makes her gaze pop. Don't be afraid to redo parts of your work. I've been tweaking this portrait for days. It's like editing a story. Sometimes you need to rewrite a paragraph to make it flow better. I'm still not satisfied with the overall shading pattern, so I'm reworking it again. Art is all about experimentation. We're trying a more continuous shading with sparse white areas now. It's like adjusting the lighting in a photo shoot until you get that perfect shot. The forehead and sides of the face are pretty straightforward, but capturing those cheekbones and the elegant nose shape is tricky. It's like sculpting with light and shadow. Now I'm considering cross-hatching, adding a second layer of lines in a different direction. It's a classic technique, but I'm not a big fan because it can make the final illustration look muddy, especially when scaled down. But hey, let's give it a shot. Oops! I've noticed the left eye is smaller than the right. This is why fresh eyes are important. You catch these little details. Remember, even if it's like this in the reference photo, in a portrait, we usually aim for more symmetry in the eyes. Time for some finishing touches, adding the earring and other small details. I've decided to keep the continuous shading only where the face curves away from the light. It's like sculpting with shadows. Now let's work on the clothing and fabric texture. We can be bolder here with multiple layers of hatching to show different fabric textures. Since there will be text over this area, we want it to look like a fairly uniform dark texture overall. Finally, let's add the background texture with hand-drawn lines. I prefer drawing each line individually rather than copy-pasting. It's like handwriting. Each line is unique, giving a more organic feel. And there we have it, our Kamala Harris postage stamp portrait. Remember, portrait art is not just about capturing likeness, but also about conveying character. In traditional portraits, artists often included symbols to represent the subject's life and achievements. For example, aristocratic portraits might include objects signifying power and status. One interesting aspect of portrait art is the psychological impact on the viewer. Portraits where the subject makes direct eye contact, like some of Rembrandt's self-portraits, create a powerful connection with the viewer. It's as if Kamala is looking right at us, ready to start a conversation. I hope you enjoyed this journey into portrait creation. Remember, art is about experimentation and constant improvement. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and keep refining your work. Until next.